Ladies, gentlemen, llamas of assorted varieties. I'm still sick. I'm dying. I could be dead by the end of this video. You could be a witness to it. But we have here a box of the battle. They say survival and outdoors, but they kind of don't always mean that anymore. Sort of, kind of, I don't know. Now it's adventure. What they really mean is adventure delivered. So, excuse me guys, I'm going to continue to die throughout this video. Sorry. We have the June Battlbox, thanks to Steve, because we love Steve, because Steve is awesome. He's probably really sexy, too. You girls, you women, you should look him up. Or, you know what? Or you men. Or you, I don't know, outer space, nebula whales, whatever you choose to identify as today. Look him up and say hi. Say thanks. So we're going to open up this box of battle brought to us by the stunning Steve, who himself could be an outer space nebula whale. We don't know. We don't know. And the government is very interested in making sure we don't know shit of what's going on. Are we ready? Okay. Now, I will be, yeah, different, huh? So there's two Blue Mountain Dews apparently. There's Voltage and there's Frostbite. It is naturally and artificially flavored dew. I'll tell you the truth. I think it's the same shit, different bottle. I don't think there's any difference in it, but this is what we're doing today. It's blue, it's dew. I'm doing it. There we go. So, Slint. It's like slut. We've got mission 88. Oh my god, 88 missions. I started with mission 6 on this channel. That's a whole lot of missions. So, real fast. Battlebox, 4 levels. Basic through Pro Plus. Each one gets a little bit bigger, better, faster as it goes. You get everything, you know, from that level on up. So you start with basic, get advanced, get Pro Box, Pro Plus. You get, yeah. So we got the Pro Plus because Steve is that sexy ass, awesome, amazing outer space nebula whale who gives us this box to unbox. So I'm going to get everything unpacked, and then we're going to see everything that we've got in this box for this month and take a look at it all and do our usual thing. PETA, box. There's a box for PETA. Alright, so it looks like we have a total of 6 items in this box for mission 88 for the double ocho. You know, and the ocho is where you can get your finest competitive... Oh, yep. PETA's in the box already, where you can get your finest competitive dodgeball. We're going to separate it all out and see how it all goes. We're going to start, as always, at the beginning. Not with this. No. But with this. But with the basic box. 3 items in the basic, 1 in the advanced, 1 in the Pro, 1 in the Pro Plus. Is this Fox Knives? Is this Fox America? Is this Fox? This is actually Fox. This is real Fox. Yes! Yes! Okay, sorry, I'm happy. Let's start with the Field and Stream, the Total Knife Manual. Now it comes with, inclusive, within 141 essential skills and techniques. And not only that, it's embossed. You can feel it. You can feel it. So, T. Edward Nickens and the editors of Field and Stream. I don't know how many editors they have. I don't know. Oh boy, this is going to piss people off. So, yeah, before I had to get a whole new Facebook, one of the groups I was in, which they won't let me back into now because my profile is less than a year old, boy, there was a whole uproar about batoning knives, and yeah. So, 141 ways to choose, use, and love a knife. Do not love your knife at night in bed. Sorry, that was a weird sex joke. So what do we got in this book? I have never seen or heard of this book, so I can't judge it really. This is a skiff knife. I have this knife. Remember we reviewed this knife. This is by Skiff USA. Did they blur the markings out? I don't know. Interesting that that's right there. I'm sad. I'm sad that I can actually, like, just identify it right there. So we've got what is in the table of contents. Know the knife. Knife design and all this stuff, and designers who changed everything. Knife types. Custom knives. Okay, multi-tools. Survival, camping. I guess this book itself could have a whole separate review, you know? Know the knife. The right knife. Knife designs. Fix versus folder. Alright, so this actually, you know what? This, I gotta say, looks like it has a lot of information. Easy to absorb information. I don't feel like I can talk shit about this book. I obviously cannot go through the whole thing right now. But look at this. This is actually pretty cool info to have so far. I really want to sit down and, like, for the first time, they've given me a book. Well, not for the first time, but in recent history, they've given me a book where I really want to go through the whole book and read the entire thing. I'm enjoying seeing it. Now, of course, it's the kind of book that I would often say, like, this is going to be, you know, one day on the Barnes & Noble, like, you know, a discount clearance rack or something like that, or whatever. And it might be. It might be. It's got a lot of fancy pictures, and it probably starts you off on a lot of more directions than it answers. You know what I mean? But still, from what I've seen, it does give some good information. Obviously, it's not a an everything thing, but I mean, it looks like if you're new to knives and you want to learn something, it does look like a pretty good book. Hi, Ethan. How are you today?
Good. I'm just going outside.
Okay, enjoy outside.
Yes, I shall see the wonderful nature.
I love the wonderful nature, and I'm glad you're enjoying it too.
Yes, because it'll help you because of fresh air.
Fresh air does help. Yes. Yeah, I hunt pigs with a knife. Okay, that's cool. No, guys, I'm enjoying this book, so I really am going to sit down and read this whole thing. I don't know. I feel like it's... I don't feel like it... Obviously, there is no one everything knife, but so far, I kind of like this knife. I kind of like this book. I do kind of like this book. $29. Right now, I gotta put this in I like it, just because I'm fascinated by everything that's in it, and I want to read more. It does remind me of one of those survival books they send out, though, where normally I'm like, hey, this is a good... I always say it's a good starting point. I feel like this is also a good starting point. I feel like you can learn from this book, but then you take one of the topics in the book, and you're like, I want to become a master of this, and then you start with, like I said, good starting point. But I like this book. It looks like it's got some very good information in it. Not everything, but great jumping off point, like I've said about some of the other books. And Field and Stream is a pretty respectable publication, so I'm going to put this in I like it. How's that? Who would have thought? Let's move on. Next. The My Medic Super Bivy. It is the emergency Super Bivy. A heat-reflective bivy can be used as shelter. Okay, we know what it is. I'm not going to open it up. It's a $25 thing. Actually, I am going to have to look at it, because if this is really just like a space blanket for $25, I'm going to tell them to go fuck themselves. Oh my god. It's a space blanket. It's a space blanket sleeping bag, is what it is. It's not any... It's not any thicker than your standard emergency Mylar space blanket. It just happens to be fully sized like a sleeping bag. Good to have? Sure. Yeah. $25? $24.95. You can, I'm sure you can find a more budget-friendly brand of this for much cheaper. We know exactly what this is, and we don't need to go over it anymore. $25, no way. Not a chance. My Medic is a good brand. They make some good gear, but seriously, there is nothing more. They say it's, what is it? It's waterproof, windproof, snowproof. It's a foil Mylar, you know, space blanket sleeping bag thing. That's all it is. For no, not for $25. We can find the same thing. I know we can. So, okay, moving on. Kitty in a battle box. You're a handsome Peter kitty cat. You have anything to say? Sir, any comment? Sir, Peter, it's been said that you're a handsome cat. Any comment, sir? You have anything to say? No comment on the reports that you're a handsome cat? All right, thank you. Gear Aid, extra heavy duty, 1100 power cord. Where is it? Now, interesting. So this brings us up to a good point. We're always calling power cord 550 cord. We say it all the time, 550 cord. Why? Because in general, power cord has a tensile strength of 550 pounds, but that is not the only cord that's out there. Aiden just asked me the other day, why is it called paracord? And I had to explain to him because the thing that connects your canopy to your harness through the risers, you've got 12 risers, and each riser is made up of 12 strands of parachute cord. It is paracord. And it is the 550 pound test cord stuff. But it's not the only cord that is used. This is heavier, and it might be used for heavier. So anyway, when we refer to something as paracord these days, I'm not talking about the strict military definition. What we're really talking about is kind of a kern mantle rope, where you have an external mantle, this nylon shell sheath, and then inside kern you have the inner workings. And the way that paracord is designed is you have the external, the mantle, the woven external, and then you have your internal strands, and that is what kind of by definition paracord is. And I think I'm giving that out in case anybody doesn't know. You don't have to there isn't only 550 cord. There's some parachute cord that has a 300 test pound load limit. This is the 1100. And as you can, I'm trying to find the end of it. As you can see, this is a bit thicker than standard. Where the hell is the end of this rope? They have it braided very nicely and wrapped up. Where's the end? Is this it? Is this the end? I'm at the end of my rope. And I'm going to do this, because we always have Steve's permission to do this. So just like other 550 cord, we've got the internal strands. And then we have, it'd be easier if I do this. We've got the internal strands and then the outer. And it's just like the other, but instead of only 7 internal strands, you see we've got many, many more. Many, many more, which adds to the tensile strength. So, what are you going to do with this that you're not going to do with 550 cord? Well, for one thing, if you need to suspend or hold more weight. You can always use more than one strand of 550 cord, of course. But when you are doing mountaineering and stuff like that, there is a rule that you might not know, that every time you loop your cord, you actually lose tensile strength in it. Now, I don't know the exact rules. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've been through that training. But the whole idea is you get more strength in one thing. So like when you're rappelling, for example, or suspending a load, you want to have that rope straight. And when you do have it go over an edge, you are losing tensile strength like that. Because you have a curve in the rope. Now, I'm sure there's somebody out there with more recent experience with me, or just smarter than me, that can explain the whole physics behind it, or the actual formula for it. I kind of remember it being like either a quarter or 1/2 of the whole strength. So having the higher tensile strength rope is good, because when you do lose half of that, you're losing, you have more weight that it can hold, or you don't have to double up, stuff like that. But anyway, in life, there's usually not a lot the 550 cord is not going to do for you, but it's good to have the higher strength cord, I guess. And this one happens to have reflective stuff in it. So in the end, what we got here is 50 feet for $15, which is kind of, it looks like a lot more than it is, because we're used to, twice the length, but like half the size. It's about, it's a little bit more expensive than you might pay for twice the length. But remember, this holds twice the weight. So I'm not going to debate price and everything on this. I think it's a cool option to have, actually. Have the 1,100 pound test. It's also a nice, bigger, kind of thicker rope. And who doesn't like it bigger and thicker when they can have it? I like it. I'm going to put this in and I like it. Plus, it's got the reflective element in there, so that's cool. But anyway, there we go. So that is everything in the basic box. I guess, I could go back and forth and put this in meh or like it, because in all honesty, I think 99% of the time, there's not much that you're going to do that requires the extra, with this, that, going back and forth from 550 to this. But I am also of the firm belief that it is better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So that's why I'm putting it here. All right, so that is everything. That is everything. We're going to move into the advanced box, and the one thing in the advanced box is the Slint Faraday dry bag. So up to this point, I have not read. I just saw Slint and thought of ridiculous things. Now, is it both a Faraday and a dry bag? That is actually pretty cool. The price on this is $49.95. Boy, this looks a lot. I don't know. Somehow the picture, it makes it look bigger. If you look at the picture, I don't know why that. They got the picture there, but just the picture of it like that makes it look bigger. This is a small bag. So it is a dry bag and it is a Faraday bag. What does Faraday mean if you don't know? It means that you can put your electronic devices in here, and electrical devices, and it will protect them in theory against being affected by electromagnetic fields and possibly even an electromagnetic pulse, which is important, is good. The fact that they've combined that with a dry bag means that it is now your electric and electronic devices are now protected against all sorts of stuff. Oh, I forgot, it also blocks signals. So for example, if you'd like to go off grid, you can throw your phone in there, and it will not let those. It blocks waves. It blocks waves of all kind, in or out. So can't be tracked right now. Haha, you lost me, government. No, but that's I think of a Faraday cage or a Faraday bag as protection against incoming waves. I guess I have not had the thought before that it also protects you from being tracked from those waves coming out of your phone, if that's what you're looking for, of that kind of thing. It's interesting that it is such a small bag for such a big price. I guess you've got to decide what that is worth to you. Like any other dry bag, so what you put your items in here, and then you will, once you once you seal this up, it is watertight. And the more times you fold it over, the better it holds. Look, see, now it's not airtight, but it is watertight. And it will keep your stuff nice and dry. I don't know. This is probably, in a survival situation, this is probably pretty damn good to have. I guess you don't need to fold it over as many times as I did, but I've had some dry bags that didn't hold up to their promises, and I fold them over a lot of times now. I'm not sure what I would rate this. I know there are some prepping folks that would love this. Love it, love it, love it. You could just as easily get a small Faraday bag, which looks almost like a Ziploc bag, you know, and put that inside a larger dry bag. Which I don't know if that's monetarily that's going to work out for you. I think it will. I think it'll get you. I think you'll get a better deal. I don't know. It's because of the price, $50 for this. You don't get a lot of room in here. That's what I'm saying. But then again, you know, this could just be for your most precious stuff. I'm going to put it in meh for right now, just because I think you have a better combination of options for your money out there, is what I'm saying. But that's just me. That's just what I think. So let's move on. So, advanced box down into the pro box. This is kind of heavy. Grail. We've gotten some cool stuff from Grail in some boxes before. And to be honest, I was hoping we were going to get some accessories for that water bottle last month. I don't know why I was led to believe that we might be seeing that. But that's what I kind of thought and hoped. So this is the Ultra Press. You know what? Have we gotten this? Have we gotten something like this in another box? I don't know. I feel like we've seen this. We've seen something similar to this anyway. So, maybe we've seen exactly this in another box. Come on out. So this is a water filter press. So it's like the French press of water filters. We have seen this in another box. I can't remember which one. Sorry guys, my brain does not work as good as it used to do. So you basically fill this with water, and this is the filter, and the filters are removable and changeable, and you put this in, and through the pressing action, just like a French press coffee maker, you're pushing the water through the filter, and it comes up, and then you can drink. And that's actually a pretty convenient way to work. The price on this is $90. What's the price on a Life straw, though? You know, I don't know. It's a cool system. It looks fancy schmancy. I don't know if it. I just don't know. You get 3 liters per minute, you know, of purability, 150 liters per cartridge. So, 10 seconds per press. It's actually the thing I like about it is that you can just do like the whole thing all at once, and then drink, and then just scoop the whole container, press and drink. I think that's cool, and that's an advantage on some of the other water filtration devices that are out there. Makes it kind of easy, especially if what you want to do is fill up a larger container too. You know, it does make it kind of easy to scoop, filter, pour it into like a larger container for storage. Somebody out there that's good at math, do the math on us and for us. Do it right on us. Do the math for us and figure out. So at $89.95, $90, and it does 150 liters. What does that come out to? I'm just not going to do the math. I'm not going to do it. I don't have to. I'm not in school anymore. But it removes 99.9% of viruses. This is according to them, guys. I'm reading. 99.9999% of bacteria. 99.9% of protozoa. Heavy metals, including lead, arsenic, and chromium. Chemicals like chlorine, benzene, and chloroform. Where the hell? Who's putting chloroform in your water? And if you are, get the hell away from them. And then particulates like microplastics, sediment, and silt. So, I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. How much are replacement filters, though, is the question. I can't remember where I put this the last time we saw something like this water filter, but it's certainly a quick and easy way to go. I'm going to put it halfway between. And then our last item, so we're moving into the Pro Plus box. And I love that we've got a Fox knife, not a Fox America. There's a spider on my desk here, and he's jumping around from place to place. I've never seen a spider like this. You're not poisonous, are you? Because I'm going to kill you. Fox knife is light as hell. Very light. The weight of 3.53. Look, there's specs. So it's the Air Fox. I get it because it's probably light, right? Because it's got FRN handles instead of G10 or some other good stuff. But that's okay. FRN isn't necessarily bad. It's lightweight. It's supposed to be lightweight. Look, the Benchmade, the Bug Out, FRN, Gertillion, FRN, stuff like that. Well, glass filled nylon, whatever. So it's made in Italy, not made in China. That's good. It's about standard size. It is lightweight. I like that. Okay, N690. I like N690 steel. Very corrosion resistant. Holds an edge decently. Fits in the hand nicely. Smooth. Like the blade shape. That's not bad. That is not bad. Nice and grippy. I like the choiliness of it. It has choiliness. Jimping leaves a little something to be desired. I'd love that jimping to be a little more aggressive and go down the spine a little bit. I don't know if this is so much of an outdoors kind of knife, but you know what? As an EDC, great deep carry clip that you do not feel in your hand at all. You can actually one-hand this lockback knife. You don't have to worry about it guillotine your fingers. That is not too bad. I'm sure I would like this better with like G10 handles, but I understand they're going for the lightweight, and this is very lightweight. Very, very lightweight. Finished very, very nicely here. Nice tumble finish there. Not a lot of billboarding all over the place. And unlike some other lightweight knives, you can actually take this one apart if you wanted to. I like this knife of the month. You know, it's not bad. I like it. I definitely like it. What's the blade length on it? 2.76, so just under 3 inches. Meets a lot of carry law requirements. And I love that clip is like there, and it's very deep for deep carry, but it's not like you don't feel it in your hand and stuff. I actually like this knife of the month. $99.99. Very nice. I could get behind this knife. Box Knives is a great company. They make some really nice stuff. So this goes, and I like it. Finally, a knife of the month that it's not crappy and I don't hate. Yay. So there we go, guys. There's the box. Let me take another frosty sip while we think about everything that's in the box. Not a lot of stuff. 6 items. Isn't too bad. You know, this My Medic thing. I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm just, it's a space blanket. It's what it is. It's a space blanket. You can crawl in. Okay, great. The Faraday dry bag is just very small. It's very small, and it's a lot of money, a lot of value that they say is in the box for a very, very small, specific item. And like I said, I think that you can put a couple things together on your own for less money. And when we look at value, but this water filter, the feedback I remember getting last time we looked at something like this was very good. I think that it's water bottle sized, so a lot of people might be carrying something like this size anyway, and it has its functionality. That's pretty good. I'm very curious to see more about this book. Again, recognizing that, look, it's a jumping off point. It is not the end all be all knowledge, but a good starting point. Cool to have. I'm not saying that you couldn't just have 100 feet of 550 cord and do the same thing for maybe a little less money, but I think it's cool to have. Plus, did we mention, locking carabiner included? Awesome. And this knife of the month, I really do like, and I think this is going to be a good addition for Steven. So, yeah, there we go. not a bad month. Not, you know, not their best, obviously, because their best is still way back behind them, but not bad. What do you guys think? I want to know all of your opinions. What is your favorite item? What is your least favorite item? What do you love in the box? What do you hate in the box? What do you think of Mission 88 as a whole? You know, they're supposed to be under some new management, and I'm really hoping that I just want to see them get back to the days of Battlebox where I could not wait to get home from work to open it up and see what's in it and just be thrilled. Maybe I'm just old and crusty and musty and jaded at this point, and I'll never hit those days again because I'm just a douche. I don't know, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can get there. What do you guys think? I want to know what you think. So please, comment. Let's talk about what you guys think of this box. And big old thanks and shout out once again to Steven, our extraordinarily amazing outer space nebula whale. I don't know why I latched onto that for this one, but I did. So there it is. Amazing thanks to all of you guys out there who watch this channel. Keep it going because you are all absolutely awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. And, you know, let's talk, and I will be back again real soon.